Hi. Why don't I don't understand my chair. Actually, you know what? I think it's actually the webcams. Yeah, that's it. I was like, has my chair drastically moved? The webcam has. There is some nudging there. Like, it's fine. It's fine. I'm still not used to that being central, but I'm also kind of hype about it. Almost as hype as I am for Dragon Age 2. Seriously, though. It's the nostalgia with the strong character feels. It's wonderful. Wonderful, I say. You know, except for the parts where are not wonderful, but are still wonderful in a terrible, heart-wrenching way. So it's all wonderful. Yeah, okay. We have more Dragon Age 2. Also, I need to remember to mention, because oh boy am I going to do so much forgetting. But yeah, sometimes I look at the captions and I just go, "You doing okay down there? Because I don't think you are." And then sidetracked. Hi. Yes. Right. Words, things, organizational, can stay on thought. Saturday's gonna start doing more regularness, movie nightness. I think I realized the easy answer to getting me into an actual organizational habit. Marvel. Shit ton long list of movies. So I can just be like, get in the habit of doing it. And by that point, you know, get through all the movies. Then I can worry about decisions of what. And being like, hey peeps, want anything? But yeah, that's a thing that now I've said it, I might remember to say it again later. Because I forgot to say it yesterday. I need to start like writing a little list or something. Be like here with my little notebook, like, yes, words. It might work. It might. Maybe? Either way, we have the beautiful as soon as... Oh yes, because we were just visiting Merrill last time. And I wanted to read about the stuff in your house. You ask what happened to Arlethan? Sadly, we do not know. Even those of us who keep the ancient lore have no record of what truly happened. What we have are accounts of the days before the fall, and a fable of the whims of the gods. The human world was changing even as the elves slept. Clans and tribes gave way to a powerful empire called the Winter. Yes, we've heard of those assholes. Which, and for what reason we do not know, moved to conquer Alphanen. When they breached the great city of Arlethan, our people, fearful of disease and loss of immortality, chose to flee rather than fight. With magic, demons, and even dragons at their behest, the Tevinter Imperium marched easily through Arlethan, destroying homes and galleries and amphitheaters that had stood for ages. Our people were corralled as slaves, and human contact quickened their veins until every captured elf turned mortal. The elves called to their ancient gods, but there was no answer. As to why the gods didn't answer, our people left only a legend. They say that Fenharil, the Dreadwolf and Lord of Tricksters, approached the ancient gods of good and evil and proposed a truce. The gods of good would remove themselves to heaven, and the lords of evil would exile themselves to the abyss. Neither group ever again to enter the other's lands. The gods did not know that Fenharil had planned to betray them. By the time they realized the Dreadwolf's treachery, they were sealed in their respective realms, never again to interact with the mortal world. It is a fable, to be sure, but those elves who travel beyond claim that Fenharil still roams the world of dreams, keeping watch over the gods, lest they escape from their prisons. You reckon he ever gets bored? Whatever the case, Arlethan had fallen to the very humans our people had once considered mere pests. It is said that the Tevinter Magisters used their great destructive power to force the very ground to swallow Arlethan whole, destroying eons of collected knowledge, culture, and art. The whole of elven lore left only to memory. Well, now I'm just sad. For the elves. Could humans just, like, not ruin one thing once, please? Like, please? Mana, I understand. Mana is persuasive. It's not always necessary. All mana connect with the Fade because of dreams, but only those with potential may draw upon its power. Mana is then a measurement of one's ability to draw power from the Fade, and it is the power. This power that is expended in magic. As in all other things, it has limits, just as man has the strength to lift only so much weight and no more. Unless you're Chris Redfield. Just thinking about that boulder. A mage cannot work more magic at one time than his mana allows. If he wishes to work magic that would be beyond his strength, a mage must bolster his mana with lyrium. Without lyrium, it is possible for the reckless to expend their own life force in the working of magic. Occasionally, ambitious apprentices injure or even kill themselves by overexertion. Oofed. That would be a, gee, how'd you die? I did too much magic. Ooh. The Maker's first children, the Maker's first creations were the spirits, glorious beings that populated the many spires of the Golden City, and the Chant of Light says that they revered the Maker with unquestioning devotion. The Maker, however, was dissatisfied, although the spirits were like him in that they could manipulate the ether and create from it. They did not do so. They had no urge to create, and even when instructed to do so, possessed no imagination to give their creations ingenuity or life. Maker realized his own folly. He had created the spirits to resemble him in all but the one and most important way. They did not have a spark of the divine within them. Expelled all the spirits out of the Golden City and into the Fade, and proceeded to his next creation, life. Maker created the world and the living beings upon it, separated from the Fade by the veil. His new children would be unable to shape the world around them, and thus would need to struggle to survive. In return for their struggle, the Maker gave them the spark of the divine, a soul, and he watched with pleasure as his creations flourished and showed all the ingenuity that he had hoped for. The spirits grew jealous of the living and coaxed them into the Fade when they slept. The spirits wished to know more of life, hoping to find a way to regain the Maker's favor. With the eyes of the living, they experienced new concepts: love, fear, pain, and hope. The spirits reshaped the Fade to resemble the lives and the concepts that they saw, each spirit desperately trying to bring the most dreamers to their own realm so they could vicariously possess a spark of the divine through them. One hand, I'm like, I love Dragon Age lore. On the other hand, I'm like, could spirits just maybe chill a bit? Please? I was like, what's down here? More rooms? A room, if you can call that a room. An open room. A doorless room. An indent and a shrug. You have point. You have boop boop.
This city is amazing. Do you know I saw someone get mugged? Right outside. It was fascinating.
Merrill.
Everything happens here all at once. How does anyone keep it all straight?
I understand where she's coming from in the, oh, okay. Society functionings or dysfunctionings. Fascinating. But also just how she's just like, yeah, that's the thing. That was fascinating.
Someone has jumped outside your door, and that's exciting?
It must be the alien age greeting. Hasn't happened to me yet, though. They must not like me.
Not
it's
quite
so
reading.
busy here. So many things just get lost.
Lost. Feeling homesick?
Do you miss the Danish?
I miss Heren Paival's stories. The creaking of Aravels in the breeze. The city is so busy and confusing. And the elves here are not like my clan. But I'll get used to Kirkwall in time.
Yeah. Time does everything.
The Templars haven't found you, have they?
I've been careful, even among the Dalish. Keepers never work magic in public. And I think the Templars don't even see me. I'm just another elf in the alienage.
Which is very sad, but is also good in this case.
Think of it like a game. You can pick up all the things people drop and overlook. Maybe count them.
I think they mostly drop garbage. I'm glad you came by. I needed someone to talk to.
Nice crime you have around you. Merrill, you're a bean. I have no idea what quests I have. Well, no, I do know the birthright one. We have the birthright one. We still have to go to Hangman. What? Still have... Oh, that's probably from the DLC. That's right. Oh yeah. Nighttime? No. Oh, is that accessed by Hightown? Right. Wait, should be Seal of House. I have a lot of things to do. I'm gonna do those 3 and then I'll come to the birthright one. Just because I feel... I don't remember it properly, but I'm like, I'm sure there's going to be dramatic-y, wondrous moments involved. Am I sitting up? It's just a blanket. Sometimes the blanket, like, slowly falls down this chair, and sometimes I end up sitting on it, and I'm like, what am I sitting on? Because it, you know, bunches up, and I'm like, what?
Your family used to be noble, right?
By some definition of the term.
Some definition.
Do you ever wonder what your life would have been like if you were still nobles?
Sunshine, nobility is just an expensive lifestyle. I've already got one of those.
Nobles have power too, and responsibilities.
Estates, servants, investments, mercenaries, assassins. We've still got all those things. It's sunnier here, and nobody calls me my lord. I think I can live with that.
I've got a point.
I heard you lost something. This it?
I had never thought to see this again. Thank you.
Woohoo! Okay. Oh, there's a quest marker. Hello, what this?
One so wealthy could use a new pair of boots, yes?
No. Unbidden rescue. Offered on the authority of His Excellency. This... Is it discount or 5 count? Marlo Domar. Citizens of able nature. Domar requires your aid. His son, same as Domar, has been lost to its uncertain company, and a safe return is sought with all haste. Make your case of skill to Seneschal Bran at his station of His Excellency's keep, and the reward for this act shall be generous in both sentiment and coin. Me and my need of money are listening. Hey, Sirexi! You glass small shit, how are you? Okay. I want to go to the chantry. It's up there. There's also that. Okay, if I go up these stairs, I will get to that one, and the other one's all the way around. I forgot how big Kirkwall is. I say that in the I've forgotten most things about Dragon Age 2 until they happen again, and I go, oh yeah, that. Yeah, there it is. Okay, 47. Let me know when it's 52. Although, did it just... Okay, 53. It, like, just changed. Traditionalist envoy. Okay. You know what? I have no problems being short-sighted. Until it's Dragon Age. Dragon Age doesn't have the biggest text.
This fell into my hands. Recognize it.
You just stumbled on this? Can't say I'm surprised. Bloody fools.
I don't even remember what it is I'm handing back to him, so I'm just like, yeah, sure, I stumbled upon it. Yeah, let's go with that. Well, this area looks pretty. I'm just wary of whatever architecture here is also going to be related to the slavery history, and I'm like, ugh. But hey, would it be a fantasy world without fantasy elements that are not so different?
Hightown, where the rich go to piss their money away. This really is the best place in Kirkwall.
I just wanted to... There's nothing at the moment, that's fine. But I haven't seen at all. What about you? good. I'm still in a nostalgic hype about Dragon Age. I don't know, I'm just having a couple of days that seem to fall into a nice little routine nicely, and I'm like enjoying. But I hope less iffy vibes for you sooner rather than later. And I know you know, and I know we've had this conversation before, but as always, you know, you can message me in Discord whenever. And I will eventually notice because I'm an observant shrimp. Shut your door. I'm not standing right up to that door thinking it was a wall, but you know what? I'm not wearing glasses, and you don't actually know how good or bad my eyesight is without them, so I can play that card.
There's no circle among the Dalish. Any child with a gift of magic is apprenticed to a keeper in another clan if there's no need in her own.
That sounds nice.
Magic is a gift of the creators. Why wouldn't we use it? It just seems wasteful for humans to lock their mages away where they can't do any good.
But you are a blood mage.
And that's how you kill a conversation. Door. Storage. Loot. Stairs. Inaccessible. Me. What you say? We never guessed double digits. Double digits for what? The command? I don't care. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry. I mean, you know, I can not care. That's perfectly okay.
The first of the Maker's children watched across the veil.
There was once a tiny fishing village in the waking sea that was set upon by the Tevinter Imperium, which enslaved the villagers to be sold in the markets of Minrathous, leaving behind only the old and the infirm. One of the captives was the child Andraste. She was raised in slavery in a foreign land. She escaped, then made the long and treacherous journey back to her homeland alone. She rose from nothing to be the wife of an Alamari warlord. Each day she sang to the gods, asking them to help her people who remained slaves in Tevinter. Imagine Dragon Age history if Tevinter didn't exist. I don't know anymore. No real energy. That is particularly sucky. Hey, at least you have a shine. Well, it's not at least, but it's like, on a bright side, that doesn't make a real difference. You got a shiny monitor to non-effortly stare at things on. A word great. I word great. Just thinking about when I'm zero energy and I am just like zombie watch things. Okay, then you think. Oh, almost definitely. Most of the time. Sometimes. I just don't know that. My brain keeps secrets from me. Sometimes they call it imposter syndrome, sometimes they call it low self-esteem, and sometimes they call it bad memory. Think better than you think you do. Now that one could become a debate. Also, what time is it? If it was 48, and then I can put my glasses back on. I can see again. Also time. Dang. You just can't count. No, I cannot. You know, you put that kappa there, but I am definitely one of those, the being bad at math ain't just a joke, it's kind of true. Give me time? Sure. But, no. My brain gets very, very, very easily wrapped up in incorrect number logic, and I mean, I can count. That's the easy part. It's everything else. Where did I go? Oh yeah, I got to the warlord. Each day she thanked the gods, asking them to help the people who remained slaves in winter. False gods of the mountains and the winds did not answer her, but the true god did. She tries not to roll eyes at things that go, not your shitty gods, but our gods to protect. Maker spoke. He showed her all the works of his hands, the fate, the world, and all the creatures therein. He showed her how man had forgotten him, lavishing devotion upon mute idols and demons, and how he had left them to their fate. Well, gee, I wonder why they forgot about you if you literally fucked right off. But her voice had reached him and so captivated him that he offered her a place at his side, and she might rule all of creation. But Andraste would not forsake her people. She begged the Maker to return, to save his children from the cruelty of the Imperium. Reluctantly, the Maker agreed to give man another chance. Jessie went back to her husband, Mepharath, and told him all that the Maker had revealed to her. Together they rallied the Alamari and marched forth against the mage lords of the Imperium, and the Maker was with them. The Maker's sword was creation itself, fire and blood, famine and earthquake. Everywhere they went, Andraste sang to the people of the Maker, and they heard her. The ranks of Andraste's followers grew until they were a vast tide washing over the Imperium, and when Mepharath saw that when you skip a sentence, saw that the people loved Andraste and not him, a worm grew within his heart, gnawing upon it. At last the armies of Andraste and Mepharath stood before the very gates of Minrathous, but Andraste was not with them, for Mepharath had schemed in secret to hand Andraste over to the Tevinter. For this the Archon would give Mepharath all the lands to the south waking sea. And so, before all the armies of the Alamari and of Tevinter, Andraste was tied to a stake and burned while her earthly husband turned his armies aside and did nothing, for his heart had been devoured. But as he watched the pyre, the earth softened. He took pity on Andraste and drew his sword and granted her the mercy of a quick death. See how nice of him. The Maker wept for his beloved, cursed Mepharath, and cursed mankind for the betrayal, and turned once again from creation, taking only Andraste with him, and Our Lady sits still at his side, where she still urges him to take pity on his children. So it's Justinia, it's always Justinia II, isn't it? Whew. Anyway, I forgot what you replied, so how, I forgot what I replied to, Sir Exie. Can't say but want to say miss you. Oh, see, Patrick, it is good to see you. I hope you are doing well. Your family and the pupper. We will hug Hamble. Yes, you do, but it is good to see you. And Hamble always appreciates it. But yes, Sir Exie, how am I? Words. I'm good, that's what I am. I am having a chill couple of days that are like falling into actual small routininess, and I'm like, oh wow, this is nice. If I kept that up, that would be cool. I'm just going to collect all the things, but for one, some things, like, okay, strictly speaking, I didn't need to read all that, because I remember the whole Andraste story from Origins, but, you know, that's fairly, a big story lore thing. Hey, I should be able to go around the way. I was worried that this cut off at the side. Routine, what's that? Something I don't have. Don't really mind. I don't think I'm necessarily a routine kind of person. But I just have... It's been a combination of I haven't had too much trouble, like, getting out of bed and staying awake when I actually want to be awake. And then actually getting the things I want to get done, and then having time to do the fun things, and I'm like, yes. That's scary though. You just said you're starting to have some kind of... Yeah, routine. I don't know if routine's the accurate word. I know. I did say I have routines. I went something I don't have. Okay, something I generally don't have. There. How's that? That's words. See, that's where the words matter. Won't be occupied north. 30th year of the Steel Age, the first Qunari ships were sighted off the coast of Parvalin in the far north, marking the beginning of a new age of warfare. It's always war. History calls the First Qunari War, but it was mostly a one-sided bloodbath, with the Qunari advancing far into the mainland. Qunari warriors in glittering steel armor carved through armies with ease. Their cannons, the likes of which our ancestors had never seen, reduced city walls to rubble in a matter of seconds. Stories of Qunari occupation vary greatly. It is said they dismantled families and sent captives to learning camps for indoctrination into their religion. Those who refused to cooperate disappeared to the mines or construction camps. For every tale of suffering, however, there is another of enlightenment deriving from something called the Qun. This is either a philosophical code or a written text that governs all aspects of Qunari life, perhaps both. One converted Saharan reported pity for those who refused to embrace the Qun, as if the conquerors had led him to a sort of self-discovery. For all my life I followed the Maker wherever his path led me, he wrote, but in the Qun I have found the means to travel my own path. It has been said that the most complete way to wipe out a people is not with blades, but with books. Thankfully, a world that had repelled 4 blights would not easily outward an aggressor, and so the exalted marches began. Okay, just I'm not sus, you're sus.
Hello.
There's something amusing about this, you know, just Qunari war, then just ooh. But hello. I can't remember if you preferred rhetorical or blade, but I remember there was a conversation. But how are you? And no you, Sir Rexy, no you. Where was I? Oh yeah, the marches began. The greatest advantage of the Chantry-led forces was a circle of magi for all their technology. The Qunari appeared to harbor great hatred for magic. Faced with cannons, the Chantry responded with lightning and balls of fire. The Qunari armies lacked the sheer numbers of humanity, so were slain at Mornispel on both sides. The veil is said to be permanently sundered. The ruins still plagued by restless corpses, but each year the Chantry pushes further and further into the Qunari lines. The local converts to the Qun proved difficult to return to Andraste's teachings. By the end of the Storm Age, the Qunari would truly push back. Rivain was the only human land that retained the Qunari religion after being freed, and its rulers attempted to barter a peace. Most human lands signed the I don't know how to handle double L's. Clomarin Accord? Accepting the Tevinter Imperium, it is a shaky peace that has lasted to this day. Yay for peace, but why does history always gotta be war? Like, in a grand philosophical thing, what is it that drives violence? Oh, I remember you, I just do not remember the specifics. Because I remember being like, you can call me, and I'm like... But yes, the Five Nights at Freddy's was very much... Late and Tired describes it. Either is fine. Either. I'm going to accept him to warm. The hoodie is cozy. I kind of picture you like a cool loner anime character named Rhetorical. That's the vibe. That's the vibe in my brain right now. But yeah, I have a shitty memory, but I remember things. Where's the emote? Is that an emote with a hat? Or... My eyes are like, which way am I looking at this? No, that's a thumbs up. Oh, I see, yes, yes. Sometimes you gotta literally look at the bigger picture. Okay, Mr. Body. Dark place. Careful, they're still dark. We just found.
Bless my fool spirit, I never thought I'd see that again. Thank you.
The remains of Sister. You'd never see that again. That's an interesting dialogue choice, sir. That's an interesting dialogue choice indeed. I feel like I don't be too careful. It works. It works. There are times where I'm like a little tempted to be, not like to be a VTuber because I think it's a bit late, but you know, like on the days when you're like, I can't really be bothered showing my face or I feel like shit or whatever, there's a little part of me that wants to have like a backup VTuber kind of setup. But there's also the part of me that is very perfectionistic and I'm like, that's probably a bit of effort. Which is a long-winded way of saying VTubers are very cool. And some low-key part of me wants to be an anime character, but hey. So just think, for one, anime characters get all the, you know, cartoon-esque, very expressive expressions. And for two, I'd have the chance to have a hair color that I actually want as a natural hair color instead of a, gotta maintain that with dye hair color. So show I have people I follow commission my friend Raven to make them models so they don't have to get ready. I'm thinking about it. But the other part of my brain's like, don't think about it. It's like, thinking about it, don't think about it, thinking about it, don't think about it. So I did one day of like, must have been like a month ago now. I don't even remember what program, but I know there's a free program that has like a default model and you could add some customization, but there wasn't a lot to it. But like it obviously wasn't like rigged or anything, and I'm just like, so close. So close. It's a very common sentiment. They swap back and forth between face cam and V model. I can definitely see why. I'm not gonna say I know more people that stick more to one, but I think I catch more streams of people that stick more to one. Because the good old thing of streamers catching streams does not think about future times of last time to do that. Let's not go there. We live in a bubble, yes. And letter, I could go to do that. Okay, fine. Letter, and then we'll go do birthright. I'm gonna pick another quest here anyway, but I end up being like, I'll do this other little thing and this little thing before going to that big thing, and then suddenly I have like 5 big things and 20 little things. I'm just like, all the things. It's true. I'm faceless, so I'm a robot technically. Technically. But what if you're actually a sentient blade? Meanwhile, those pictures of like dogs at computers with the captions like on the internet, no one knows you're secretly a dog, go through my mind.
So, is the Keeper your mother?
Oh.
I left my clan when I was a child to become Marathari's first. I haven't seen my parents in more than 10 years.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. My father died in the Blight. You must really miss them. I remember my mother singing to me when I was a little girl and I'd get sick. I think that's what I miss the most. The Keeper has a terrible singing voice.
Oh dear. But hey, she'd try. She'd try.
You've found neither hide nor hair of the lad, Fainreal. I can only think he has fallen victim to demons or slavers.
Right now I'm like, okay, ladder. Just give the ladder.
I found this. It was addressed to you. It seems to be from your daughter.
My daughter? Then You know what she is. How she died.
Yeah.
When I traced her to that warehouse, I should have forced her into the circle. My own weakness in the face of her pleas is what destroyed her. It is why I urged Ariani not to give in when Fainriel wished to hide. If only I had been so strong for Olivia.
Or maybe if we could reform society to be more accepting of mages. Wouldn't that be a literally revolutionary idea? You pay me right. I'm not a monster. I'm a sarcastical shithawk, but that's that's too far.
Well, at least you don't have to worry about the Templars finding out anymore.
Thank you. She is at peace now. I would not wish to see her name smeared while her ashes are still warm.
Not that it should be something that smears her name, but oh, hey, hello. There's an exclamation mark. You are the monster. I know, right? It is shocking. They probably make Cthulhu onesies, right? Because this is the kind of... Right, picture this. I'm wearing... You say that I'm not a monster, and I'm wearing a Cthulhu onesie, and I say, no, I'm not a monster. I'm an eldritch horror. Duh.
Says I am too honest.
My brain is just animated shorts.
Ah, welcome, my dear friend, to Sol's shop. My name is Solivitus. Please take a look around. My apologies in advance. Our shelves are a bit bare at the moment. Actually, if you're interested, I could use a bit of help to remedy that.
I sensed you. That was a shock to me. Was it though? Was it though? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You lost me during that, by the way. At what point did I lose you? It's like monster, Cthulhu, eldritch horror. I'm like, I will find you, but where did I lose you? Remedy that.
Remedy that.
But
You, my good man, are priceless.
The pun wasn't intentional, although I may use that
oh,
next time.
please do.
It's
Pun's a
too
kid.
dangerous to leave the city of late, and the substances I require for my creations are, of course, elsewhere. Perhaps you could find them. You'll be compensated for your time, have no fear. I'll also give you first pick on my new creations.
We need the money, literally,
Make
so.
up a list of what you need, and I'll keep an eye out for you.
Perfect. A discount on everything in the shop, Syrah.
Awesome. What do you actually need? What do you actually need? Okay, find a spider, silk gland, dragon's fang, and pure and purpose. Okay, that might not take a while. Rescue. Birthright. I'm just been clear return. Oh yeah, I do need to actually hand that in. Would be a good idea. Little part of me is like, cool bird statues, but I'm also like, but is it though? Is it though? Don't know. Okay, Eileen, we are going to actually hand the quest in to you. So we did it. Wait, where am I going?
Insist if you must, but Viscount Dumas will see no one. If you've news of Seamus, I will relay it to him.
Fine. Tell Dumas my scouts have tracked the boy and his Canary captor to the Wounded Coast. I'm taking a full company after them, and when I return, I expect him to make a show of the reward.
So many to deal with one Kunari seems excessive.
He may be Talva Shop. The Winters leave nothing to chance. Get out of my bloody way.
She's having a good day.
Yes. What is it?
I can tell he's having a long day. I think you basically lost me for the whole segment with the Cthulhu thing. I mean, the joke is basically, I'm not a monster, but an eldritch horror. If I had, you know, a Cthulhu onesie to be like, he. I do actually have a Cthulhu plushie, but it doesn't have quite the same effect. Hey, Zephyr, thank you! It was a video. I'm glad that you liked it, and I appreciate you watching it. That's part of the reason I felt like like the last couple of days have been good, because I literally got that all done today, and I was like, this is a world record for one of these videos. In my case, like, it's a shrimp record, like a shrimp world record, not like a world record, you know? Yeah. What's this hair problem?
If this is about a rescue, that woman did not seem the type.
She is the type I feared we would attract. As I told the others, Viscount Dumas' son, Seamus, is missing. We suspect he was taken by a Kunari. If you would like to try your hand at securing his safe return, feel free. I have certainly granted no exclusivity to the Winters and their violent approach.
Which I will totally do, but I'm just sat here like, oh, okay, the kid's name is Seamus. And there was me when reading the quest being like, Seamus?
There must be suspicions about why the boy went missing.
Why? What have you heard?
Nothing.
Nothing. Until now.
There is truly nothing known. He is gone. And there have been sightings of a Kunari. The only complication is that Seamus is known to be of a sympathetic mind. He may have placed himself in danger, but it is danger nonetheless.
I mean, I feel like the kid might be relatable.
The Kunari are not wild in the city. Petition their leader for the boy's return.
The Arishok has declared that it is not his role to do so.
Oh.
Apparently their rebels, the Talvashoth, are hunted anyway, killed for what they are, not for what they may have done. That does not bode well for Seamus.
I want to be like, he'll be fine, but for one, I literally don't remember, and for two,
This isn't a task for a guardsman?
There is a concern of appearance. If we used guards, it would allow Viscount Dumas' opponents to say this admits the Kunari threat, because the city responded. In these times, public embarrassment is preferable to official embarrassment.
Of course. Okay, tell me about the winters. And are there the autumns, the springs, and the summers as well?
I should know about the competition.
The Winters out of Navarra. They don't care one whit if Seamus is returned unharmed. Their lead, Sirrah Guinness, is hungry for a foothold in fair Kirkwall. And frankly, we have enough of their kind.
Okay, yeah, I will help.
Ready the reward. He'll be back in no time.
No time.
Declare it if you like, but the reward goes to whomever brings him back safe. A discussion you are welcome to have with the Winters, should you encounter them, on the Wounded Coast.
Which I have no doubt we will, and we will have a lovely discussion at the end of Swords, because what else? What other way would that ever go? I mean, I don't think that necessarily matters. Server connection lost in 2021. I think the game might be okay without that. Need to hand in.
There's Jevon's office. Wait while I explain our initiative.
I see. Try to open the unlocked
I don't know
door.
how they do it where you're from, guardswoman, but I decide the patrols, not you and your whims. You may have been put up for lieutenant in your first year, but I'll have no show-offs in my command. Have I made myself clear? Report to your post before I have you and your Ferelden accomplice jailed.
Well, what a charming fellow.
I don't have to like him, but he could at least listen. Bandits are dead. That's all that should matter. It's not the first time he's made me wonder like this. Something is very wrong.
Yeah, it's like, oh no. You're like, people actually want to do things relevant to their job. How dare they take initiative and do things? How terrible it must be to have someone who gives a shit working for you.
This is probably a bad time to discuss my bill with him.
He'll jail you. I don't doubt that. The rest, though. Well, the duty roster will have my next patrol. Sounds like I'll have plenty of time to follow you around. Threaten my friends. Not letting that one go, Captain.
Who was supposed to? I don't remember what this.
Will throw you out if you kick that wall one more time.
The wall kicking in here is clearly a big problem.
Aveline!
Oh?
I owe you for clearing the ambush the other night. Saved me a mess of trouble.
Brennan, that route was yours?
It was. Single patrol. I'd have been dead for sure.
That's it. You would have been alone?
A lone guard isn't much of a patrol.
Shouldn't need to be. That route was clear for weeks. First noise out of it was your big fight. The captain reassigned me after he heard what you did, and I passed the satchel to Donick for his patrol tonight.
The satchel?
Pay and order assignments. Captain has us run deliveries to the outposts during light duty. It's usually just an updated copy of the roster. The satchel for that night was heavy, though. Anyway, thanks again, Aveline. You're a good one.
Can you
so
think
the satchel gets
action?
heavy the same day we discover an ambush?
Yes, this may get you more trouble.
You're sure you want to pursue this? This is your superior we're talking about.
Hey.
If a guard has been put at risk, a good captain would want to know why. And if he's not a good captain, I want to know why.
Yep.
I bet there's a perfectly reasonable lie that explains why your captain arranged this.
I'd be willing to hear it, but not while a guard may be walking into a trap. Brennan said Donick. A good man. Donick. I've got his route. A night walk in Lowtown. Let's go make sure his quiet patrol stays that way.
Yes, because I have a feeling it's not going to be very quiet. Otherwise, we have found out nighttime in Lowtown isn't exactly quiet anyway. Tiny bit active with, you know, various lovely, violent nighttime peoples. Dark down, night. Ready to go at night. Secure. I swear that quest text referred to going at night, but right now I'm like, it's popping up for both, so. Okay, I'm just trying for 2 AM discussions with children. Like I say, captions are beautiful. I do get a lot better if my mic's actually closer, but I wonder. Don't mind me adjusting things. So like you may have, anyone who was here yesterday probably picked it up with the whole camera thing, but yes, with my little week off we slightly rearranged things on my desk, which includes having I got a little USB hub, which means my reasonably short mic wire actually can be, it doesn't have to be in the computer way over there, it can be over here now. No, disagree. Yeah, well, I think right now it's maybe proving you wrong. You were so close, Mike, and then you decided, no, that wasn't proving. Don't you take captions as captions? Give me 1 second. Getting some suggestions because my mic's arm's actually mounted onto my partner's desk because this desk doesn't have any kind of like edge on the back to clip onto. Say hi for me. I don't know, Sirexi. I don't know who this me is. What was I doing? Darktown, Birthright, yes, yes. Rebel, they're shinies. Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's right. I forgot I have a slight case of a full inventory that I do need to sort out. What, Sirexi? What? Hello to Winter Imperium. For good or ill, I'd place my bets. The Imperium has put its stamp on Thedas forever. The old Imperial Highway is still in use across most of Thedas. The ruins of Tevinter fortresses and centers of magical study still litter our landscape. Long after the glory of the Imperium dimmed, but the influence of that ancient empire goes deeper than this. Without Tevinter, there would have been no blights, no Andraste, no Chantry. Every aspect of our world would be altered. Not necessarily for the worse, depending. The might and majesty of the Imperium may have faded, but it still makes its presence known, even in the most distant corners of Thedas. Every child has been brought up on stories of Tevinter as it is now, a decadent nation ruled by the Archon and his court of magisters, great and no doubt corrupt mage lords, their chantry a mockery of our own, their black divine a man chosen from the ranks of the Minrathis circle of magi. The Maker's most hallowed law, magic exists to serve man, and never to rule over him, perverted. Mages in the Imperium say their most sacred duty is to serve man, and they serve best by wielding political power. And the worst. That which blessed Andraste must weep to see, all of it is built on a foundation of slavery. While most nations forbid the buying and selling of slaves within their own borders, nearly everyone ships her people to the Imperium for sale, skirting the prohibitions against such atrocities and feeding the Imperium's endless hunger for bodies. Fight the Canary, to work the mines and quarries, to build the palaces of the magisters, to sweep the crumbling streets and turn middens and serve at the whim of their mage overseers. As much as the Chantry source is going to be a little biased, yeah, the slavery shit, it's like, to look into Tevinter, could you not? Rude. Like Omi would say. Rude. I forgot that was a thing. So I don't know why you're offended on this me's behalf, though. And in that brief moment, I definitely felt like Muttley. And if that reference means nothing, you just need to Google Muttley wacky races and just find a laugh clip or gif. That's all. That's all. Darktown was once a mine controlled by the Tevinter Imperium. Once exhausted, the mine shafts were extended under the city to dispose of sewage from the Kirkwall's overcrowded population of slaves. I know, Kirkwall's history is just flavory, but I'm just like... Brain buffers while really hoping Inquisition is... I want to be optimistic for, you know... I just want the elves to be being treated better in Inquisition, because whilst I've replayed Origins, I'm replaying 2, but Inquisition, I only just started and then abandoned, so I don't actually know what's going down in it. Hug Campbell! Well, I mean, if you insist, because, you know, who would want to hug such a squishy, adorable, soft little plushie? Not me. No, definitely not me. Certainly not someone with such a plushie obsession. Me, who owns one. Yeah! Hamble buddies! Do you hug your Hamble? Do you take care of him? Do you feed him enough? Can Hamble come visit? Hamble's siblings. I was having a word blank because I was like, it wasn't twins. Like I said, I remember things, just not specifics. It's great fun. And I say that with the utmost sarcasm of thanks, brain. Just 'cause I'm not as cool as Mass Effect, don't mean you don't know me. That is a good one. But I know you, Sirexi, I just don't know me. Clinging to the joke. Clinging to it. If you can't tell, I am entirely the person to answer what's up with the sky or the ceiling. Downtown was... No, I already read that. Unsurprisingly, the tunnels became a refuge for those fleeing captivity. Similar trend continues today. The Undercity, as some call it, is home to the deceased, the insane, to criminals, and even the dead. Unwanted corpses are often discarded here by murderers and lazy undertakers. The variety, man, the variety. Downtown slums make Lowtown look pleasant in comparison. The foul miasma known as choke damp clogs and swells in every corner of the dark town. Choke damp, man, that's horrifically descriptive. Creating a poisonous mist. Yeah, that. Its sewers are a dangerous place. The walls are damp, slick, and coated with phosphorescent bleach. The sewer is a maze, and one foolish enough to enter is not likely to be heard from again. I'm sorry, these sewers alone are Dark Souls. And, you know, maybe the Dark Souls sewers, which, you know, I remember those rats so fondly. Ten out of 10, probably don't remember most major story parts of Dark Souls other than, you know, the literal very biggest vague part of story. But we'll absolutely remember that one sewer rat that beat me up many a time. Yeah, well, I see the Kappa, Sirexi. I see the Kappa. So, you know, smiley face and not really insulted to you two. I'm just making all sorts of wrong turns. Stairs! We found stairs! Okay, gather your party. That's nice and all. Amal Estate cellar. Yes.
This is the cellar door. Let's go in and see why Gamlin lied.
Yes, because I am most curious. What's Uncle Gamlin hiding? Come on, Pupper. I'm sure it will not be as quiet and stealthy as I dare hope. But I can cross my fingers and hope, right? It doesn't hurt to be optimistic. I mean, sometimes it does if you're literally too optimistic, but sometimes it doesn't. I'm just confused what you were referring to and still am. With the me joke. Because you said say hi from me, and I said, but I don't know me. The joke being that, you know, there's some person called me, rather than you meaning Sirexi yourself. Does that help? Have I unconfused? Oh, yep, hello. Hello, yes, you are attacking. But not for long. That was quick. Any loot? No. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Music. Yeah, that's my second. No, it isn't. Exactly, like a dad joke. But like, you're very, very fond of Sirexi the High Backs. I'm dad. It's difficult for many to comprehend today, but there was a time when Kirkwall was believed to be the very edge of the world. It was Emerius, then, named after its founder and manager, Emerius Craven, and it was but one outpost on the very fringe of the Tevinter Imperium. There, the manager's serfs worked the quarries for the jetstone needed for the mighty Templars of Minrathous. After a slave rebellion nearly burned the temple to the ground in the great city, it was determined that a center for the slave trade would need to be established well away from the more civilized parts of the Imperium. Pardon me if I don't believe in these civilized parts. Though this account may be exaggerated, since the notorious Archon Venarius from Isar narrowly escaped assassination at the hands of an elven slave at the time. Because the new slave outpost would become wealthy beyond imagining, competition among prospects reportedly took over 20 years to resolve, resulting in a great bloodshed in the frontier. Well away from the Archon's eyes, Magister took arms against Magister, mostly in the form of small armies of serfs and mercenaries. Over half the slaves in existence allegedly died in these battles before Marius was finally chosen, thanks to the marriage of Craven's son to the Archon's daughter. Within a mere decade, the mighty fortress was erected on the cliffs where Kirkwall now stands. Over 1 million slaves passed through its gates before the Imperium eventually fell, an unimaginable number by today's standards. Craven family itself became patrons of the next 3 Archons and was one of the driving forces behind the extension of the Imperial Highway into the Ferelden Valley, a move that would cost them considerable political influence after the resistance of the Alamari tribes. During its height, Maris was jeweled to rival the mightiest of the imperial cities and the greatest center of civilization outside Tevinter. Thanks, Brother Chintibi. And I'm like, I trust him to be reasonably unbiased. We met the guy in Origins. He seemed alright. You don't know that. I mean, But I know your name, so I do know. Unless you are meaning second in terms of middle, in which case you would be correct. But I equate second with last. Hello, crate. Got money? No. Psh, why would the crate have money? That's silly. I'm optimistic, okay? Stranger things have been in stranger places. Hello. Slave or assassin. That's right, because Uncle sold the estate. Well, okay, he was in debt, blah, blah, blah. But either way, the estate given to slavers because, yay. At this point, forget our uncle, you know, clearly hiding something. We have to clear this place out just for the moral factor. Aww, you thought you could sneak up on me. Which you could, but it wasn't gonna end well. Hello, chest. Frayed rope. I don't want the frayed rope. Also, I basically thought you were talking about me for some reason because English ways to pronounce it. Do you mean as in like Nintendo's Mii's? It's middle name, second name, same thing. The second name, third name, we don't call it middle. I wondered, because I was like, this is either the part where it's the same and you're going with it or forget, I know, or you actually mean like actual numerical second, which is middle. Like, I will totally agree that it... I mean, okay, if you don't have a middle name, it makes sense that your last name, your second name, same thing. But if there's a middle name, then it's not your second name, but at the same time, I don't know. Is there a, like, word correlation between, like, second name and surname? I've never looked into this. I don't know. What I can absolutely say is I think middle names are kind of weird. Mostly out of it because it's just this thing that like exists in your birth certificate and maybe like your bank knows, and otherwise it's like, why is it there? Why? Valid, but why, you know? Although I'm not the biggest fan of my own, so I'm kind of like, meh. Portrait of your mother. Okay. I'll take that. Bethany might be interested in the old portrait of her mother. Speak with her. I like how it's like her mother. Like, that's my mother too. I understand we're gonna give it to our sister, and I'm okay with that, but that's my mother too. Yes. Question mark right back at ya. Great. Ugh, they noticed. Why they always gotta notice? Okay. You wanna go into a fight? We'll have a fight. We will have it. And you will lose it. And it will be a joyous occasion for everyone else. Yes, was the mean tweet. Ah, yes. Was to whatever you said. I like that smart though, whatever I said. Just rambling about middle names and wondering if there's a correlation between the word surname and the like UK use of second name for last name. In the, you know, words that are used for things that you've never questioned. Because I'll agree, you know. When there are middle names, it does not make sense because it's technically not your second name. Last name. See, now I'm wondering are there statistics for how many people actually have. Wait, you use second name? Yes! Yes, I thought that's what the point of the conversation was. It's like first name, second name, but I don't know if surname comes from that. Could I Google? I could just Google. You know when you're like, no, I should Google because this conversation. To be fair, I'm actually now also like my imagined second nameness. Someone's surname, family, and last name, personal. I'm not on Wikipedia. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe we don't even say second name. Like maybe I'm imagining things. Quite frankly. You know what? I'm just gonna be like, boom. Search for words. New. Yeah, this is the part where I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe it isn't a thing. Maybe I think it's a thing. Maybe it's something that is sometimes a thing. I think that I've heard a certain last name. I'm having doubts. So I feel like, is it a thing? Second name? Because second name sounds like a thing to me. But I know there's nothing other than middle name for referring to middle names. So that would mean it would have to be last. And now I'm like... I would like to have a photographic memory of every time that I've like seen a form that asks for your names. That's probably the only time I ever see this. Like as a concept in general of referring to names. Hello friends! I'm just gonna... I don't know. 3 AM means gonna think about this. And think with Google and be like, what is real and what is not? Maybe it'll be like the time I started adding an X onto the front of xylophone. And then wasn't certain if I'd just started doing that, if I'd always done it. And so I have three first names technically. Okay, for one, what's the technically, and also what? Dang, that's quite a pun! Is this just to get out of another history chapter? If you don't notice, I like to read all the things. Okay, I say we found the quote first. It's no secret the ratio of dinosaurs in this book is not quite what I expected. If you're presenting yourself with confidence, you can pull out pretty much everything. Pretty much anything. It seems like it makes sense. Give me a dinosaur. Okay. You're BC. Beyond cool. I mean, it's a play on words, but I feel that is stretching a pun. A little bit. But, you know, dinosaur can make whatever dinosaur pun it wants. That's BC. I know, right? Oh, I see that works better. When you pun the pun, it's a punception. As the Imperium borders slowly receded after the devastation of the First Blight and the subsequent Bavarian invasion, many outposts in the area, known today as the Free Marches, were cut off from centers of power. Numerous warlords tried consolidating the region into a single kingdom, but resistance prevailed. Marius held out for almost a century until it fell to a slave revolt in 25 Ancient. It was not the first such revolt Marius suffered, but it was the last. Yay! It started when an Alamari slave named Radon began earning popularity and power by pushing for better conditions. Radon's growing influence prevented the Magisters from touching him, but eventually they had him poisoned. Furious, a group of Radon's supporters stormed the gallows and were massacred, and so began a bloody, year-long rebellion. The city burned, and wealthy Hightown sacked. Magisters hung before cheering crowds. Emers assumed the new name of Kirkwall, Kirk meaning black, after its jetstone cliffs. The new city plunged into anarchy for over a decade. Its defenses fell into ruin. Kirkwall has been conquered many times since, the city's own independence suffering since the freeing of its slaves. It'd be real nice if, like, people could just be nice to people, and then there'd be no need for any bloodshed. But, you know, that's too much to ask for. Especially when you're reading Winter history. Like first name and two middle names, which I think I could just swap between those if I wanted to refer to by one of the middle names, as long as I was... Yeah, like it's a thing people just get referred to by middle name. I don't think I personally know peeps that are, but it's a thing. But yeah, because when you first said like 3 first names, I was like, wait a minute. Because my first thought was like as in like 3 first names, then like middle names, then like... See, you're fancy there with your multiple middle names. Us mere peasants have but one. Full disclaimer, that's 100% a joke, because for one, I really don't care, and for two, I would eat my middle name. Sir, could you set off your own traps? Please. it would be of great amusement to me. Just keep... That's a lot of big tags. Listen, buddy. Listen, buddy. They're all over there. This is fine. Okay, I'll just attack you. My dog did not set off the traps. That's good. I did, though. When you get blasted backwards. When you don't wanna. It's rude, game. I don't wish to be... I mean, that is that's of the Imperium, so it's like, I don't really want that at all. History of the Circle. It is a truth universally acknowledged that nothing is more successful at inspiring a person to mischief as being told not to do something. Unfortunately, the Chantry of the Divine Age had some trouble with obvious truths, although it did not outlaw magic. Quite the contrary, as the Chantry relied upon magic to kindle the eternal flame which burns in every brazier in every chantry. It relegated mages to lighting candles and lamps and perhaps occasional dusting of rafters and eaves. Oh yeah, what could go wrong? Here, do only use your magic for boring chores. Give my readers a moment to contemplate how well such a role satisfied the mages of the time. Yeah! It surprised absolutely no one when the mages of words in protest left the sacred flame of the cathedral and barricaded themselves inside the choir loft. No one, that is, but Divine Ambrosia II is going to think about you as walking food. I'm sorry, Divine Ambrosia II, but that's my brain. Who was outraged and attempted to order an exalted march upon her own cathedral. Even her most out Templars discouraged that idea. For 21 days, the fires remained unlit while negotiations were conducted, legend tells us, by shouting back and forth from the loft. Oh. The mages went cheerily into exile in a remote fortress outside of the capital. They would be kept under the watchful eye of the Templars and a council of their own elder magi. Outside of normal society and outside of the Chantry, mages would form their own closed society, the Circle, separated for the first time in human history. Oof. Also, I just happen to have two comments. I'm not going to want to change what name I want people to refer to me as. Fairs? Vault key. I'll take that, sir. I'll take that.
Also, vault. Everything we want to know about our family is inside.
It here is. Cracked rose diamond. Fragment. Weird if I... You know what? Is there anything in my inventory that I could just eat? Like the torn trousers. Don't need those. A bottle of rot gut. I dare say I don't need those. I will just be selling those at whatever point, but they sound more valuable to sell, yes? Yes.
This is it. Grandfather's will. Mother needs to see this as soon as possible.
Yes. But not yet.
I still want to look around. All right, but hurry.
I'll be oh so quick. Your family looks that as well. Yeah, uncle. Protective sigils, increases management. Hi, yes, I definitely need to get rid of... Yeah, you go away. I need this. Oh no, you're gonna make me pick up the... Okay, you go away. Hooray! Did that just auto do a thing? Because it looks like it auto just did a thing. Didn't even need inventory space for it. But all my names are very common. I will take your word on that. even know like what counts as a common name anymore. Obviously, I have no idea about like common names in Finland, but I'm just like sat in the UK going like, it's probably a whole new like level of common names by now. Like, I mean, some I'm sure are just always going to be common, but. Gather your party and finish it forth. Yes. I want to explore more of the house. You know, I want to just literally break into the whole place. I know we get to like live there eventually, and I can explore it then.
Thank you very much for the help earlier, Varric.
Oh.
You made it back to the alienage in one piece then?
I don't know how I wound up in Darktown. There are just too many corners in Kirkwall.
Still got that ball of twine?
I left it at my house. Don't worry, I won't get lost while we're following Hawk.
Bring it next time, Daisy. Just in case.
Oh, twine. Bulletproof idea, though. Generally speaking. You know, until you have an asshole who, like, messes with your little roll of twine and you're like, wow, where am I going? Anyway, right now, though, where am I actually going? Where is the closest exit? Probably that one. Wrong way. Wrong way! Ashley! Hello! How are you? Business decision. Should you have to still go? But you know what? Maybe I should just access by load time. I get it. I am glad to hear it. 14 circles mechanism. I've read that before. Still do appreciate the fact I can read the loading screens in Dragon Age 2.
For my sake, please quit cutting through the alleys in Lowtown alone at night.
Nothing ever happens. I'm perfectly safe, Varric.
Yes, I know. And that nothing is costing me a fortune.
Again, one of the best things about Dragon Age is just the dialogue. Dialogue in between all the characters. It's beautiful. What did I come in here for? Man, that's it. Just stand there. Hide there and noise. For a second, I read that as like I don't know, a dad joke, and I was like, wait a minute, that wasn't, was it? Never mind. It's up here. Wrong door. These doors with their metal and their circles, they just look the same. Like, I read that as in, like, you know, basically the same sense as if you just said, hi, well, I'm Sirexi, which obviously you didn't, but that's how my brain interpreted that, and I went, brain, step back a bit, step back a bit. I know. Just making it clear for those question marks. Hey, did we find Isabella yet? Either way, I'm gonna read this first. By nowhere in my travels, not in the heart of the Imperium nor the streets of Orzammar, have I felt so much an outsider as in Ravane. The chant of light never truly reached the ears of these people. The years they spent under the thumb of the Qunari left most of the country zealous. Followers of the Qun, but resistance to the chant goes deeper than the Qunari war. The Ravani refused to be parted from their seers, wise women, who are in fact hedge mages, communicating with spirits and actually allowing themselves to become possessed. The chantry prohibition against such magical practices violates millennia of local tradition. Sounds like an interesting place to visit, though. A talkative man, you say?
What are you looking at? Are you one of them? The truth is out there.
The truth is out there. Hey, Cedron! Has that guy got a huge shotgun in his back? I don't know to which guy you refer, but if you mean Varric, it's a crossbow. That's Bianca, his crossbow. Just question how you got there. I don't know that one. That's a question we may never answer. It's like, do I know how I get places? I just end up places. A bit like how Merrill is just walking around Lowtown at night being like, I'm perfectly fine. Meanwhile, it's Varric paying for her safety. It's good bean. Where did you go, Mr. Talkie Man? I was all like, can I?
You heard about that Deep Roads expedition?
Yes, we have.
Anyone who goes down there is going to be rich.
Because I'm trying to go. Okay, did he go upstairs then? I don't know if we can actually, like, talk to him.
Oh. That's because you've spent too much time frolicking in the woods, Daisy. Dwarves don't frolic.
Dalish don't really frolic either. Not in the woods, anyway.
You have sanctioned frolicking areas?
No, just not in the woods. The trees get jealous.
But you do frolic.
Of course we do. We wouldn't be elves otherwise.
I mean, I think you could be, but, you know, you know you. You do you. I just want to see where the talkative man went, because I want to see if, well, you know, I can talk to him more. It is a chunky crossbow. It is Bianca. It is the favoriteest, bestest thing in Varric's life. Oh, can look at chest. I mean, there's loot, and that's nice. Why would you place a nice open book like that and not let it be a codex entry? I'm saddened. Wait, was that him? Is he a talkative man? Hey, talkative man!
Do you ever feel like you're part of a story that someone's telling? Maker, I wish whoever was telling the story had made me more handsome.
Well, Varric, what's your excuse?
What are you looking at? Are you one of them?
Okay, you're either part of a later quest or you're just an interesting little person around here.
Heard about that hero of Ferelden? Yes.
Ooh.
Why? What makes a hero, eh? I bet I could kill an archdemon.
You say that, but...
I bet you couldn't. I'll bet you a dozen ales. What? Well, now I'm gonna show you.
Hi, Varric, let's talk.
So,
Do the
here's
social.
the thing. We need to find a way into the deep roads.
You don't have to weigh
Bartram can
in.
lead us to the right place once we're down there, but we need a good entrance.
Yeah, do we have a bad entrance?
Any entrance would do, wouldn't it? Well, unless a dragon's sitting in it, I suppose.
We need an entrance that's close to our destination, but isn't already plundered or filled with darkspawn. Fortunately, I've received some new information.
New information?
There's a Grey Warden in the city. If anyone knows how to get down there, it'll be him.
Grey Warden! I don't remember if it's someone we know or not. How can you be so sure?
Why would a Grey Warden know that?
The Wardens don't just fight darkspawn. They forge into the deep roads all the time. And if he doesn't know, he might be able to point us to those who do.
Truth. And if he knows nothing?
Are there any other options?
None at the moment. Bartram had an entrance lined up, but it was a bust.
Aww.
I'll keep looking, but if we don't find something, we'll have a fancy expedition with nowhere to go.
That would be a shame. Alright, let's do it your way.
Sounds like you have it all planned out, Varric.
And that, Messer, is why I'm here. Supposedly, this Grey Warden came in with some other Ferelden refugees not long ago. A Lowtown woman named Lorene has been helping the Fereldans. We talked to her. Maybe we learn where he is. I'll keep after my contacts, see if I can drum up any other work.
Awesome. We'll happily do that. Which means, like, how much money do I have at this point? Hi, wrong button. 38. Getting closer to 50. But not quite there. I don't know how many. You know, that is a good way to put it. I don't know how you're going, but you're going. It's kind of like one of those slightly cheesy but fairly accurate little, like, positive inspiration slogans. Handful, you getting another hug. Seriously, he's so soft, though. So soft. The next time I look at him and go, Hamble, have you been squished slightly out of shape? I'm gonna think about this moment and be like, it was me. I'm the monster. Adorable beagle. It's okay though, because you know, sometimes you just gotta fluff your Hamble. At least when you hug your Hamble. and generally move your handle around a lot. Sometimes you gotta fluff them. You know what? Dream setup. Just a handle thrown behind me. What would a handle thrown look like? I don't know. Probably made out of food, which is a less good idea, but there's an idea in there. Somewhere. Not over the rainbow, but into the fridge.
So I'm just saying, blood's blood and all, but you are taking advantage of my hospitality. It's only fair if you make something of a monthly contribution.
You sold my children into servitude. Now you're asking me to pay rent?
Maybe just put something towards food.
You should be paying us, Uncle. We found the will.
He forgave you, Mother. Grandfather left you everything. Here, read it.
I should maybe...
To my daughter Leandra, and all children born of her, the estate in Hightown and all associated revenues.
Uncle Gamlin did some lying.
Check out the part where Gamlin is left only a stipend, to be controlled by you.
Gamlin, how could you?
You're the one who ran away, Leandra. What happened to love is so much more important than money.
It is.
You didn't even come home for the funeral.
The twins were a week old.
We all have our burdens. Mine was looking after a life you abandoned. How long was I supposed to wait?
You could have sent a letter. You could have been like, hey, Dad left you everything, sis. Did that occur to you, you asshat of a brother? Did you just ignore your sarcasm, Bob? Oh! How was sarcasm? I didn't notice the sarcasm bit. Actually, I don't. Listen, I would have noticed when I looked back, hopefully. How is Sir Rex going? I would like to say that I do not condone the words of the sarcasm ball and strongly disagree with it, for it has chosen no one cares. You are a lying little shit. Listen, streamers don't read things in chronological order. Say, okay. Yeah, I was like, of all the options in the damn ball. Not truth. Lies. Lies and slander. Lies to the same extent as lying slime ball uncle over here. But seriously though, like, why is... No. Fucking better than I could ever imagine. Cedron, you fan these flames. Why? No. Sarcasm ball lies. So many people care, and I will remind you of that constantly. Yes, right, will drama, because I don't. I've been witness to a reasonable share of various family will-related, tangential-related dramas. I'm just like, I think this is one of the things that makes me quite grateful to be an only child. Like, yeah, keep it simple. You've said it doesn't know. You have said it doesn't. Have I? Have I? Actually, you know what? I am arguing the wrong point here. It is a sarcasm ball, which means it is only being sarcastic and doesn't actually mean that. Second for a second, I was like, it's evil. Yeah, I was like, oh no. Saturn, it's like you influence the sarcasm ball for the most evil outcome. Sure. I see that, Kappa. I see that, Kappa. You agree with me. You know. You know. Yeah, did you wait 1 minute, Uncle?
I doubt you let the ashes get cold.
I took care of Father. I stayed. And on his deathbed, all he could talk about was Leandra.
No, because you were a shithead the whole time.
Sister, I'm sorry. I
shouldn't have done it, but I did. And there's nothing I can do to get it back.
I don't expect that, Gamlen. It's enough to know Mother and Father didn't die angry. I'll petition the Viscount for rights to reclaim the estate. Make her willing, you'll have your house back within weeks.
You don't have the coin or standing to even get an audience with the Viscount. You've got to be someone in this city to live in that house again.
Then I had better get started.
It's a good thing we have a thing to go find that Viscount's son. And for 2, okay, I slightly give him props for being, like, apologizing and being like, yeah, I shouldn't have done it. But at the same time, major asshole. I am the sarcasm ball. I don't agree. That's all I got. You really are the sarcasm ball. The chaotic energy is strong. You know what, let's at least 1 little point in Constitution, because I'll probably regret that otherwise. Right. Backside mod cools down more quickly. Oh. Oh, I like that. I like more things. Hello, Pupper. Can I talk? Oh, our dog's huffing. Aw, wake up, sleepyhead.
Come on, boy. This is no time to play dead.
It's a good pupper. Birthright. Why the riches that were left. Yeah, he sure did. He sure did. How's that? Nice to meet you. To you too. Why, thank you. You know how, like, Marvel has multiple, you know, universes and all that, and alternate timelines and everything? In my head, that's what E is doing. Because there's the whole, like, E, totally not a cult thing in Blaze's dream. And for, like, a while I was like, why does E seem familiar in my brain? And that's when I realized, like, months ago I realized. Actually, no, over a year ago I realized. I just remembered the real life I live in. But I realized that me and my friend do an E sound when we're excited. Like, it's a completely different thing, but it's still E. I was like, huh, that's something. Even props for being really are strong. Saying sure. Hey, captions. I think you missed several sentences there. I mean, like DC. Or do I mean, like, Marvel? Bethany, I need to talk to you.
Why don't you go pick up something at the market? You could use some air.
What? Hey!
It's like, please, Uncle, get out.
I can't believe Gamlen stole Mother's entire inheritance. I mean, I can believe it. That's the worst part.
True.
I could never turn against my own sister like that.
Don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Don't make any hasty promises.
Joke all you want, but you make Gamlen look like the toad he is. You know, when we went to look for that will, I thought we were doing it for Mother, for what she lost. I didn't realize how much it would mean to me. To know I had grandparents who didn't hate me.
They just didn't know you.
They might have been alright with the Ferelden thing. But just imagine if they'd known you were an apostate.
Aww.
You're such a wretch. I was just hoping it would be different this time. Here in Kirkwall.
I was kind of hoping that would be more of a general, like, oh, if they got to know
away
you.
again.
And not a...
We're coming home.
We're going to make this our home, Bethany. I promise you.
I hope so, sister.
Can it be
I'm
nice?
so very tired of running.
Yeah. Talk to Uncle Uwe. Woohoo. More openly DC and for longer time. DC is the most serious movie kind of things. Valid. I just know that as a general overall thing, they both do. Okay, look now, good luck, have fun! Enjoy your look, Cetera. Thank you for popping in! Hi, can I give you the item? Can I give you the item? Can I do it? Can I give you the item?
I think this is a picture of Mother. She looks like you.
Where did you get that? Was it at the estate?
It
Let me
sure
see.
was.
Is it? I think this is Mother's betrothal portrait from when she was supposed to marry the Comte. Look! You can see the ring.
No wonder she left it behind.
I suppose it would have been a bit awkward to take it with her.
I know she loved Father. I guess I just wondered if she'd have been happier if he hadn't been a mage. If I wasn't a mage. I know that made it hard for Mother. It's nice to have a reminder of a time when she still knew how to smile.
She still knows how to smile. I mean, movie series wise, basically said that just like quite somewhat recently as far as I remember. Valid. I do not follow anything about DC, so I just, for one, I'm more familiar with Marvel, and for two, know that, for one, yeah, sure, movies and shows and comics most certainly like all their alternate timelines and worlds and stuff and things. Writing desk. Bone Pit. I've got a lead for you. A merchant I acquire goods for told me that workers have gone missing from his bone pit mining operation. And it's around for Alden, which made me think of you. If you're interested, go ahead. Yes, I shall. Act of mercy. Passing of the Hawk family, I dare not contact you directly, but we have met before, and I know you to be a person of good character and unusual ability. Indulge me in a meeting outside the city, for I require your aid in a delicate task. As a token of good faith, I have enclosed a modest sum. There will be more waiting if you can help. Please come as soon as you see this. If you do not, the lives of many innocents may be on my hands. Sincerely, a friend. Bait and switch. Maybe interested in something that's come up on their mind. I fall by the name of Enzo. Is asking around for someone competent to run a job. Okay, low tempo. Act of mercy. We may want to do sooner rather than later by the sounds of it. Okay. Wait, why are you... Like, I know that has a quest marker. That has a quest marker as well. Yeah, my inventory's full. I get it. I need to go sell stuff out of my inventory, really. Okay. Enjoy, you'll be right back in, Surexy. Boom. Okay, tranquility. Hightown has the bone pit. We need to think. Coast approach, active mercy. Wind Coast has rescue. Task. Okay, so we go here and start from there, like boom, boom, boom. Then go back in, do stuff in Lowtown and Hightown and Watttown and Midtown and what's your favorite town? Dragons! Well, Dragon Lanes, yes. Oh, I forgot about their adorable little squeakaroos. I don't care that they, you know, are literally murdering me, attempting to murder me. They're still adorable and awesome. Oh, is there another on its way? Yes, there is. Don't mind me looting this corpse. I don't know why I thought I could totally just go on my next quest without sorting out my inventory first, but here we are. That is the complete paying attention to my inventory that I do. Do you ever do that? Do you ever just, you know, forget your inventory is a thing that both exists and is relevant? Dragons. Dragons. What's going on around here? Mercy. Okay, that implies perhaps this way is a way. In a cave, perhaps? Yes, it seems like it is going to be in a cave of some sort. Okay. Okay. But first things first. I'm gonna be right back because I require more hydrations. I am a sim with needs and they are not on the green. I will quickly BRB. And then we'll be like, hey Thrask, what up? Okay, something about my stream deck just does not like muting Do you ever just absolutely yeet your knee into your desk when you come back to your computer? Because, right now that's a mood. But hey, we have bigger no. Well, you know, I'm happy for you and your less bruised knees, Rexy. Eat what? Do you just answer the question before listening, before knowing the question? Knees, your knees.
Mistress Hawk.
It's him. That Templar from Ariani. I knew this was a bad idea.
I mean...
Ariani tells me you sought a better path than the Circle for her son, Fainriel.
Sure did.
I thought perhaps you would be willing to show mages a kindness once more.
Yes, here's hoping. Yes, I think I remember this quest. Yes. Oh, well, you do you, Sir Rexy. You do you. How would I eat my knees? I'm strong enough to take knees off my leg. Oh, but you see, that's the fun part. They're still attached. You go with them. And you know about it.
Do I know you?
I am Sir Thrask of the Templars. I know from the compassion with which you treated Fainriel that you are someone who cares for the fate of apostate mages.
Can't you? Do I? The general you in this general scenario, and not necessarily the specific you being Sir Rexy. But who knows? Do you or do you not? Yeah, we may never know. Indeed, it could be one of life's mysteries.
What? You can't be nice yourself?
You are no Templar. You cannot know what a badge of shame that would be. There are a number of apostates hiding in those caverns. I was hoping you might speak to the group. Convince them to surrender peacefully before my fellow Templars arrive.
Oh, how do the mages get here?
Who are these apostates? Where did they come from?
These are the mages of the former circle at Starkhaven. It burned to the ground, and their Templars sent for us to relocate the survivors. Unfortunately, they escaped on the journey. With their phylacteries burned, it has been nearly impossible to track them.
I mean, if the phylacteries are burned...
What's a phylactery?
When a mage joins the circle, the first enchanter takes a sample of his blood. It is used as a focus to track the mage should he escape.
What will the Templars do?
Do the other Templars intend to do worse than recapture the mages?
Sir Caress is a Knight Lieutenant of the Templars, a great crony of Meredith. Should he find apostates hiding from pursuit, Meredith will consider him justified in murdering the lot of them.
Meredith's a bit of a bitch.
Who's Meredith?
You have clearly not been in Kirkwall long. Meredith is Knight Commander. She has changed the rules for mages in Kirkwall. They are less free than elsewhere. Though I dare say she has created as much dissent as obedience.
She's saying a lot, considering mages aren't particularly free in most places. This mystery sure. Oh well, how would you describe it then, Sir Rexy? This group of apostates?
If you've got this many mages escaping, you Templars aren't too good at your jobs.
These mages have shown they attack Templars on sight. You have a better chance than I to convince them they are better off alive in the Circle than free and dead. Sir Carras hunts them as well. If they have not surrendered by the time he arrives, this will be a bloodbath.
Can't we sneak them out? Please.
Check the caverns. My fellow Templars could arrive at any moment.
I'll fight them. I'll fight the Templars. Non-known thing. So a mystery, you might say, Sir Rexy? A mystery. Well, you try, captions. You try. No, non-known thing. Yeah, which could be considered like a mystery, perhaps? A bit. Oh. Oh no, I don't want to fight. If I... hoped it wouldn't go straight to fighting, you know? There's other ways. Like, not fighting. Yes, that's a way I like. So sneaky. We go.
These mages must have raised them to defend themselves. That's ghastly.
I mean, a little ghastly, but it's Dragon Age. That's not an uncommon sight, unfortunately. Yeah, kind of cold. Okay, Firestorm, and then I should really go into tactics after this. It would be nice to remember. Magic, Death Siphon. I don't know. Do I want that? Yeah, Primal, Arcane. Perhaps we'll just be like a little fireball. Friendly little fireball. I not want to fight. That's me. Not want to fight. Flying Blast, Chain Lightning. Sorry, no, not the. Enemy. Any. Attack, weight, usability. Spirit Bolt, Chain Lightning. Class is already set up, so just Fireball. These two enemies. That works. No, enemy. Any. I do appreciate compared to Dragon Age Origins, like tactics are in that when you're in here looking at the thing, you can already see that at the same time. It's a little improvements. Firestorm, that would be. Should probably do enemy clustered. At least right, because one more time. Has any stuff target? Clustered. There it is. There it is. Save should be useful. Firestorm? Why are we talking about DC Comics again? You know, seriously, maybe not everything's about DC. And also Firestorm, huh? That sounds like an interesting one. Wait, is Firestorm the... Do I know that name? Or, I don't know, man. You know what? There's a lot of storms. Like, just as a word used in things. I may do. This may be just my memory being like, wait a minute, is? Oh, hey guys, you did that really quickly. Go you. Proud of you, team. Proud of you. Opal Fragment. Hi, Varric. You want to... Attributes. Dexterity. Oh, the Constitution. Because we like when people do not die. My team would like to stay very alive. Search for that tears through enemies along its deadly path. Now, if that doesn't sound like a wonderful range, short, medium, premium, long. Maybe it should be between medium and long. I don't know. Do I know? I do not. Okay, abilities. Just glance. Save. Bank. I'm going to flash first as part of the Legends Tomorrow, which I have one. Okay, two things I have not watched, so I do not. I do not know necessarily. Oh, hi, friends. Would you like a nice flask? And then perhaps some nice leap battle frogging. Now is
Maker's blessing. I thought I was going to die down here in this tomb.
Oh.
Are you with the Templars? Please, I need to go back to the Circle. I never wanted to get involved in this.
Oh.
Not when he started making those things.
Oh no. I still don't remember this entirely, but I'm like, I think I know where this is going. I think there's still pretty decent numbers. This is true. I'm just saying I maybe, if those are the only things they are in, and I've not watched a lot of DC, like in terms of watchable things they being in. I have no doubt that there's 5,000,001 comics, don't worry.
Who is he?
Decimus. It was his decision. He kept saying the Templars would label us blood mages if we fled. Why not use it if it's our best tool? He slit his wrist and the magic, it rose from the blood and woke the skeletons in the cave. I ran. Decimus is wrong. Blood magic is a work of evil, not just a power the Templars keep from us for spite.
On the one hand, I get it, he may have gone too far, but glances over at Merrill. Doesn't have to be evil, right? Right? I'm sure they know. Yeah, I'm just saying. I probably haven't seen what they're in.
Decimus is the leader of these mages.
He's crazy. He said with our phylacteries gone, no one could find us. We would be free. I think maybe he set the fire. There must be a demon working through him. No normal man would profane the dead like this.
I see. I'll help you.
The Templar Thrask is waiting outside. Surrender to him and you won't be hurt.
I surrender. Take me to the Templars. I don't want anything to do with this blood magic.
Well, I hope you'll
The
be
rest of
okay.
them, they're still following Decimus. He's gone mad. I think he'd kill us all just to take the Templars down.
This is a most unfortunate. Where's I going? I just want to live things. That leads off into this little rock. She can't go the full way into that dead end. This is just an area with stuff and things. Okay, I will keep going. Just keep going, just keep going. Can you imagine though, like, you know, maybe you cut your finger, I don't know, doing whatever. Kitchen knife, scissors, maybe even nosebleed, and then some skeleton just popped up out of the ground. A little terrifying. It'd be slightly more terrifying than it probably is in Dragon Age to mages, but, you know, a little terrifying. Probably still reasonably terrifying to most mages. The every cave's the same vibes are very strong. Hey there, buddies.
They're here. The Templars have come to take us back to the Circle.
Decimus, no! Stay your hand. These are no Templars.
What do I care what shield they carry? If they challenge us, the dead themselves will meet the call.
Does nobody ever talk first? Come on. Come on. But I'm glad the other mages are running away. Hopefully we can, like, help them out safely after. Dog is there. Don't need to summon. I spin and I spin and I spin. Oh no, my sister is a little bit dead. That's most unfortunate. No, actually it is. But you know, it's fine. This isn't XCOM where people are just and dead. Okay, you. Could you just not? this, team. We got this. Phew.
You killed him. Oh, Decimus. You should have listened to me, love. You are one of us. But you wear no mark of the Circle. How is it you side against your own?
That man was a blood mage. I don't have to be part of the Circle to know that is wrong.
Decimus gave us the courage to face the Templars. Without him, we would be prisoners still.
You know what? I feel like this is one of those times where it's like, don't be sarcastic. Maybe it won't like sound like that, because you know sometimes you think the options will be like this, and then it'll go more in a different direction. But
he obviously meant a lot to you. He was our future. Until he came, we never thought to fight back. I told Decimus he was going too far, but he said it was the only way to protect us. To protect me. Please, we only want our freedom. Without your help, the Templars will execute us all for Decimus's crimes.
Yeah, where do you want to go?
If not in the Circle, how do you intend to live? I hear there are places outside the pre-marches where the Templars are not so vigilant.
Sure, why not?
I don't have enough people trying to kill me. Might as well add all the Templars in Kirkwall.
Then we must first throw off pursuit. There is a Templar who followed us. You must have met him when you entered. Kill him, and we can get clear of Kirkwall before the Templars send more men.
I would not see these mages killed. But if we start murdering Templars, we'll draw their fury down on us.
Will you buy us time to flee Kirkwall?
Yeah, I'll convince him you're dead. Like, can't we just have a scenario where no one dies? Just once.
Leave it to me. By the time I'm done, these Templars will swear that the sky is green.
Your confidence almost makes me believe you. But I spent 2 weeks traveling with these Templars. They strike first and think after. They are far easier to kill than to fool.
Well, you know, I'm still gonna try my best. And hey, maybe even just our attempt. I want that item. Even just our attempt to try to be like, hey, Templars. So, you know, you see nothing. Yeah, you see nothing. Might be enough to buy them some time. That's the word. Buy them some time, so maybe they can still escape and stuff and things. It'll be fine. 59 attack, % magic resistance. 22 electricity damage. Nice. I feel bad taking away Merrill's one though, like it's specific to Merrill. Maybe if I upgrade that and maybe I give Merrill this one. It's not your own one, but it's a nice. It's still a nice one, right? Right? Trying. Yeah, family cross, down with ashes, plus fire damage. That could be useful. Oh wait, what are you wearing? Oh, actually, yeah, actually no, that's quite useful. Never mind. Deep green. Healing, resistance, chance of death blows, enemies drop better. Yeah, that just sounds good. Active belt. You need flanking. Yeah, no with. Oh wait, do you have that one for enemies drop more coin? Yeah, never mind then. And that's really good as well. Yeah, okay. Just okay. We don't need. Don't need. Need stuff and things. Okay. Can we talk to you again?
We will speak no more. I would not wish any Templars to overhear we still survive.
Truth.
I just want to get out of here alive.
And that is more than a reasonable want. You know, just a little bit of survival, a little bit of not getting murdered just because you are you and want to live a little freer. Guys, the corpses are doing it again. But the corpses would stop now. Apparently! not so much. They're not particularly troublesome, but they're still, why fight the undead when you could not fight the undead, you know? You know, in the scenario where they just stay asleep and chill and do their little staying dead thing. Is this? Yes. Going the right way. Oh wait, this is the bit that I was like, gee, I wonder if anything's there. For Alarium. Crafting resource, see? Because that's the bit I wanted to explore, and then that mage that was like, hey, some of the Templars was there. Hopefully he didn't tell Thrask too much to, you know, make it harder for us to be like, yeah, they're all dead. Don't need to go check, don't need to explore, you just go, okay. Okay. My undead it is. At least they're somewhat polite. They almost wait their turn. Yeah, I don't even. I'm not getting over there before he dies. We did it. We did it. Okay. Okay, so like they died. They're gone. It's fine. I'm kind of worried for that one we sent out.
Are you trying to tell me this boy is all that's left of the apostates?
I ran away when they began to use blood magic, sir.
They are not in the caverns, Sir Karas. I have thoroughly explored.
Who is this?
I'm your best friend. Varric, this is yeah, I feel like.
Tell him who we are.
I'm astonished Sir Thrask didn't mention that Sir Hawk, Knight Lieutenant of the Order in Ferelden, was here at the Knight Commander's personal invitation.
Yes, I was just about to tell him.
We've completed our investigation of the mages in those caverns. There is no one left inside.
Being like, yes, leader commander. Didn't think that the leader escaped. Maybe, as much as sarcasm, maybe be like, let's not risk giving them anything to.
The apostates resorted to blood magic and ended up turning on each other.
Their leader fled the battlefield ahead of us. The bloody coward left his own people to die. I caught only a glimpse, but it looked like the back passages led out to the coast. I sent your men that way.
We can still catch up if we go around the caverns. That's the faster route.
The coast, you say? Men, fan out, search the shore. We will retrieve these corpses later. I will commend you to the Knight Commander, Sir Hawk.
And that is the exact point he's been lied to. But also, I
didn't think you could do it. Truly, you must be able to charm a miser out of his last coin. I did not think any of us would leave those caverns alive.
Yeah, technically you're dead.
If it makes you feel better, officially you were killed during escape. I will do my best to seem cold and rotted then. Please, accept my staff as a reward.
Oh.
It has the mark of Starkhaven on it. I dare not carry it now. It should bring a good price. Now, we must flee as far as we can before nightfall. Thank you, friend.
Yeah, good luck and, avoid the coast. Avoid the coast. So, can I equip that? Enchanter Staff. Your advantage 24, mana stamina, 21% healing to this character. That does sound pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Anyway, did we have another quest specifically out here? No, it was like in the next bit of the... this wasn't it. Like, was it here? We will see. We will continue backwards to get to the big map. I'll be like, where do I go? Where is my next quest? So I can always go up to the other Wind Coast one and then back to here, but I think it was just that one here and then 2 at the next Wind Coast area. Yep, it's close enough to be like, go Hawk. Run. Leave area. You know how to do that. When crows get unbidden, rescue black powder premise. Let's do that. Which counteracts the physical around on the force that something attacks with low force. Physical force can knock the character to the ground. And I almost read that. Okay.
You remind me of Harren Pyvel, Varric. Only younger and shorter, and not as serious.
So, it's a close resemblance then.
Well, he tells stories, and you tell stories. Although none of his begin, no shit, there I was.
I'll have to give him some better stories then.
Okay, Merrill's impression of Varric is my new favorite thing. Could we just have Merrill telling stories of Varric telling stories? I'd take that storyception. Being out here is just making me think about the whole werewolf elf situation. I think, was it over there or down? It was somewhere. Maybe it was here actually. Yeah, I think, yep. Possibly. Maybe. Uncertain. Either way. Okay, one of the quests is out this way. It's kind of a nice scenery in a sort of...
And the world's rid of one more Canary. Easier than I expected.
Oh.
Call the men back. We've got an appointment with the Viscount. Isn't that right, Seamus?
Ashad! You killed him! You Vashedan bitch!
That one of their words. See, that's why you need to be dragged home. You're playing too nice with those things.
You're racist.
I wager you've gone even further than that. Haven't you, brat?
You know what? No, the sarcasm doesn't even cut it.
Sounds like he doesn't want to go with you. Competition? Well, you're too late. The Winters, I, have already claimed...
He's a person, you can't claim him.
Sarah, if I must go back, so be it. But I will not see these murderers rewarded.
Spoiled shit! I'll cut out your tongue and charge extra for bringing you back quiet. And as for you, I could do with some entertainment while we wait for the others.
Yeah, and I could do with one less asshole ruining my day, so... I don't really care. Money I'll take.
Dead and good riddance, but she said she was waiting for more.
She did, didn't she?
A lot more.
We're not giving you up.
Hmm.
Strip the camp, and we'll ready a fitting welcome.
Oh. Instant arrival! Which is fair, they're on the way, but also... Haha. The fire is quite effective. I do approve. But damn the big mallet. Someone ordered a shot. Yes, I think the mercenaries definitely did. Don't want to get too spread out since everyone else, other than my dog, is ranged. Wait, did they get handled?
Oh, Andraste. I've never seen so many corpses. So much blood.
Doing well.
We'll get through this. Hold on a little longer. There may be more coming.
And by May, it's more of definitely, absolutely would be. Because that would be too easy. Oh, you got yeeted into... Gee, what do they need me for? Half and then more arrive. That's what they need me for. So that's how they sound on fire, huh? Not complaining? I mean, well, I'm not... I don't believe that they're on fire. I'm just like... Oh, okay. Oh, the mercenary commander, huh? Well...
Shard never lied. Never coddled. You were worth his time, or you are not. They are not the brutes others claim they are. Take me to my father, and I will try again to make him see.
Yes, it would be great if you could, but also... Investigation!
It's clear this was not your first encounter with this... a shard.
I met him soon after their ship foundered. I had run again, to escape the keep and my father. A shard was to map the coast, to find an answer for the Arishok. I had so many doubts. Kunari have none.
I want dialogue option, but I also don't want to say it, but,
I wasn't aware that Kunari take many friends.
Perhaps it isn't the right word. I am the Viscount's son, bound by everything that means. A shard did not care. We were both seeking something. That was enough.
Bury a shard?
I confess, I'm not sure what one does with a dead Kunari.
The body is no longer him, and is worthy of no special treatment. That is, apparently, their way.
Should his people be told?
They will know. Whether they will deign to acknowledge it, I have no idea. There was much of a shard that I didn't understand, but it was so very worth trying.
The Viscount is clearly concerned about your safety.
The Viscount sends thugs to do a father's job. I was in no danger until his help arrived.
You could have told him this was your wish.
Keep your assumptions. He doesn't hear me. He's as tired of being disappointed as I am of bearing it. And now, a shard is dead. It's not right.
Yeah, wait here while I look around.
We'll leave soon enough, Seamus. Be ready.
I am at your whim, Sarah.
Do we have to take him back? I mean... Could we just rewind time and be like, hey look, everybody's alive. Let's not take you back. Woohoo. Time travel. Be nice. Winded Coast. One of the few roads leading into Kirkwall passes through a dangerous area known as the Wounded Coast. The road winds close to the cliff edge that looms over waters with many a precipitous drop to the churning waves below. There's many a local legend involving travelers falling, or jumping, or having been flung from those heights. From the cliffs, the road leads through jagged hills that line the pass like sharp teeth. They sure do. Bandits use these hills as cover from which to ambush caravans. There's more to fear here than bandits, of course. Once one leaves the hills, you will come upon a maze of sharp canyons, the hunting grounds for many fierce creatures. It is a place of secrets dating back to the golden age of the Tevinter Imperium, where ancient relics and statues crumble in time with the rocks. Oh, thank you, Brother Genitivi. He has absolutely written something about everywhere. And I'm here for it, quite frankly. I like the... Oh, hey, yes, all the loot over here. And that chest. I would like to not neglect that chest. Very thoughtful of all these mercenaries to drop all the money. 42 gold. We are so close. Oh, hey, look, there's a chest over a crate, I think, actually. Yes, great. Etched staff. Very least I can sell it. I imagine by the time I sell all the stuff I'm carrying around, I might even be able to get better stuff. Speaking of the stuff I'm carrying around, like, is anything I'm carrying a better item than the stuff I'm wearing? Isaac's gauntlets. Okay, armor 2, armor 5. Yep. Take that. Boots. Helm, boots. But yeah, okay. Fair. Fair. Better. Definitely better. 16 armor. 25 armor. Fair. Boots of the Frozen Wastes. Has a lot of cold resistance. Whether Sir Isaac's boots would just add more armor. I'm already like 34 armor. I'll take them. I'll take them. You can't wear anything. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I guess we are ready to go. Oh, crate right here. Okay, my inventory is full. I guess now we are ready to go.
I am ready to leave. And you have coin to collect, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, but it's got you
Let's
back.
go, Seamus. Your father will be waiting in the keep.
Then take me to him.
This is gonna be a fun conversation. Yeah.
Father.
My son. I thought I'd lost you.
Enough, Father.
Allow me to present one Sarah Hawke, Your Excellency. She fulfilled the bounty.
You have my gratitude. I hope you encountered no great difficulties on my son's behalf.
Just a few dozen deaths.
No problems to speak of, aside from the crowd that tried to kill us.
I was told the Winters had involved themselves. Was there no way to avoid an incident?
They murdered my friend. Where is the concern for that?
It was my understanding you were captured alone. Foolishly traipsing about the coast as you do.
I was not captured. I was with a shard. The Kunari. They are not monsters to be feared. If you would just try to understand, others would see as well.
Better that you were thought abducted than to have their influence suspected in my own family. Benign or not, it's too much.
Okay, fun conversation, but hi Capamon. You wanna maybe, seriously, we had this yesterday. What's going on with you that you want to be logged in and out of so often? Okay, I signed in. Capamon. And that should be it, okay? Yeah, all good. It's clearly not my affair. Who's right to question?
Well, that's just foolish. Listen to your boy, he's making sense.
That is quite enough. My apologies, Excellency, for this intrusion into personal matters. There is no... Just move.
And I have been yeeted. I tried. He's returned to sit unharmed. Oh, I'm sure they'll have a nice conversation. But like, yeah. We tried. Something. Ooh.
I can't do that.
Don't mind if I attempt. A suspicious bribe was sufficient to gain access to a restricted section of the archives. The money would have been better spent elsewhere. The archives being almost devoid of Imperial records, but slaves filled some of the benches and the slaves store the answer as Maphras armies toppled the Imperium. They sent 3 ministers and legions here. Never arrived, but why march here of all places? What are they coming for? Behind a panel, curious marking signed the Band of 3. Most curious. I recall I was premium Melbourne. Those days has been called appropriately tense. Occasionally a question low tempers are, though elves rarely do so openly. Interesting. Okay. Let's keep going.
Good day, Sir.
When people speak and I'm like, oh yeah, right. People talk. That's right. There's the bone pit. We have letters. There's the Lycoporium. I still have that and the herbalist tasks, which I don't know if I want to go try to do, or wait to see if I get another quest there, because that's like, no, not you. Although I do need to do that. Find a spider's silk gland, a dragon's fang, and pure iron part. At least may know where to find them. Within ruins throughout the free marches. Find a dragon fang. Those creatures would never come near the city, so search the outside. Okay. We're going resource hunting. What could go wrong when dragon fang's on the list? We can hope to find a nice little dragon skull though and not have to, you know, fight a dragon just yet. I'd like that very much. Yeah, the corrupted spiders, there might be. Could I ever remember about my inventory, please? Please. I have but one request. One. Yeah, get rid of that. Not think that quite works out. Oh, fruit. Hello. Well, you've changed a little since Origins, haven't you? Hey, friends!
The sooner you all leave this place, the better. The sooner you
Okay, we get it. You're the only one that talks.
If you're wise, you'll stay far away from Merrill. No sane person will touch what she's taken.
Oh.
Not as cute as you.
A Shemlin. Will wonders never cease?
Just interrupted that, I guess. Thetis. Oh. It's bounded to the east by the Atlantic Ocean, to the west by the Forest and Hunterhorn Mountains, to the south by the snowy wastes that lie beyond the Orkney Mountains, to the north by the forest. The word Thetis is to Vinter in origin, originally used to refer to lands that bordered the Imperium. As the Imperium lost its stranglehold on conquered nations, more and more lands became Thetis, until finally people applied the name to the entire continent. The northern part of Thetis is divided amongst the Anderfels, to Vinter Imperium, Antiva, and Rivain, the islands held by the Canary just off the coast. Central Thetis consists of the Free Marches, Navarra, and Orlais, with Ferelden to the south. What lies beyond the snowy wastes is a mystery. The freezing temperatures and barren land have kept even the most intrepid cartographers at bay. Similarly, the western reaches of the Anderfels have never been fully explored, even by the Anders themselves. We do not know if the dry steppes are shadowed by mountains, or if they extend all the way to a nameless sea. There must be other lands, continents, or islands, perhaps across Amaranthine or north of Parvalin. The Canary arrived in Thetis from somewhere, but beyond that deduction, we know nothing. Thank you, Brother Janet TV.
Is it my imagination? Or is Master Island's temper getting worse with time?
It's not that much worse.
You weren't here this morning, when he threatened to hang Paul upside down from an arrow.
Oh dear. Can I talk to you?
May the dread wolf never hear your footsteps, child.
If you're wise, you'll stay far away from
Okay.
her. No sane person would touch what she's taken.
Book. Never. After my encounter with the Dalish elves on the road to Navarra, I studied every book on the elves I could find. I sought out legends and myths and history and tried to make sense of it all. But there is only so much one can learn from the books. I knew that in order to truly understand the Dalish, I would have to seek them out. A dreadful idea, in hindsight. In my defense, I was young, and also inebriated when the idea popped into my head. Fortunately, even after I had regained some measure of sobriety, the idea still held appeal. It proved remarkably resistant to my attempts to ignore it. I gave in after months of that nagging thought at the back of my head and set out to learn about the Dalish firsthand. I tramped through the forest bordering Orlais for weeks before I finally found, or was found by, a Dalish hunter. I stumbled into one of his traps and suddenly was hanging from a tree with a rope about my ankles. Capamon, we literally just did this, but okay. Finish this paragraph and we'll do it again. Oh, there's a couple of... You know what? Yeah, okay, we'll just do it now. Like, I literally... We did this like 5 minutes ago. Is this Capamon update timeness? Like, is something going on? I'm still logged in as well, so I'm like... We seem to be good. Seem to be... So there I was, defenseless, upside down, with my robe over my head, my underclothes on display. Descriptions of my predicament might elicit laughter these days, but trust me when I say it was a situation I would not wish in anyone. Thankfully, my ridiculous appearance may have caused my captor to stay his hand. What threat is a silly human with his pants showing? And so he sat, made a small fire, and began to skin the deer he had caught. I soon mustered the courage to speak. I tried to assure him that I was not there to harm him, but he laughed at this and replied that if I were there to harm him, I had failed terribly. Eventually we got to talking, and when I say talking, I mean that I asked him questions, and occasionally he would deign to answer. He told me that while some Dalish actively seek out human travelers to rob or frighten, most of his people would rather be left alone. Capamon, please. I played what? Do you want me to? Okay, please. Please. Okay, yeah, he told me that while some Dalish actually seek out human travelers to rob or frighten, most of his people would rather be left alone. He seemed to believe that punishing the humans for past actions only led to more violence. I asked him about the intricate tattoos on his face. He told me they were called Thalaslin. Blood writing. His were symbols of Andril, the Huntress, one of the most highly revered elven goddesses. He said the Dalish marked themselves to stand out from humans and from those of their kin who have chosen to live under human rule. He said the Velzen remind his people that they must never again surrender their beliefs. When he finished skinning the deer, he cut me down. By the time I had righted myself and conquered the dizziness of all the blood rushing out of my head, he was gone. I do not recommend that my readers seek out the Dalish for themselves. I was very lucky to have met the man that I did, and to have walked away from our meeting unscathed. Perhaps the Maker watches over those who seek knowledge with an open heart. I certainly would like to think so. Yeah, I can entirely imagine that encounter of comical description happening to Genevieve. Can I sell stuff to you? Because that would be really, really nice to be able to do right now, because my inventory is yelling at me big time. Big time. Do I wish to sell any? I could sell you. It's kind of cool, but am I going to use that? Probably not. Probably not. Okay, is that, no, that is not better. I could sell those. Hand wraps. And the heavy elven boots. Do that. Oh yeah, and most of my weapons probably. That was them and the hand wraps. Imagine it then. What if I am? What if I am? Okay, I'm just gonna be like, hello me. Do I want any upgrades? Did I get any upgrades? Edge staff, which was not better. Not better at all. Okie dokie. Engineer and stuff. Weapon and a shield. Stuff that I'm just holding on to for other people, really. That's what most of these are. Boo. Staff. Yeah, sure, why not? Imported circle staff. Yeah, imported. Totally. Absolutely. You didn't say you were, that's all I'm saying. Well, you know, I said I could. Didn't have to imagine it, he described it. Lesson Part 1. Before the ages were named or numbered, our people were glorious and eternal and never changing. Like the great oak tree, they were constant in their traditions, strong in their roots, and ever reaching for the sky. They felt no need to rush when life was endless. They worshipped their gods for months at a time. Decisions came after decades of debate, and instruction could last for years. From time to time, our ancestors would drift into centuries-long slumber, but this was not death, for we know they wandered the fade in dreams. In those ages, our people called all the land Elvenhan, which in the old language means place of our people, and at the center of the world stood the great city of Arlathan, a place of knowledge and debate, where the best of the ancient elves would go to trade knowledge, greet old friends, and settle disputes that had gone on for millennia. But while our ancestors were caught up in the forever cycle of ages, drifting through life at what we today would consider an intolerable pace, the world outside the lush forests and ancient trees was changing. The humans first arrived from Parvolan to the north, called Shamlin or Quicklings by the ancients. The humans were pitiful creatures whose lives blinked by in an instant. When they first met the elves, the humans were brash and warlike, quick to anger, and quicker to fight, with no patience for the unhurried pace of elven diplomacy. But the humans brought worse things than war with them. Our ancestors proved susceptible to human diseases, and for the first time in history, elves died of natural causes. What's more, those elves who spent time bartering and negotiating with humans found themselves aging, tainted by the humans' brash and impatient lives. Many believed that the ancient gods had judged them unworthy of their long lives and cast them down among the quicklings. Our ancestors came to look upon the humans as parasites, which I understand is similar to the way that humans see our people in the cities. The ancient elves immediately moved to close Elvenan off from the humans for fear that this quickening effect would crumble the civilization. Yeah, no, you said that's yeah. I'm saying, don't gotta when he described it, he wrote it. Hide. Oh, map of occupied. Well, that could. A map with generous interpretation of the reach of Orlais. Many similar documents were thrown from windows each time Kirkwall was liberated, much to the frustration of those in the gallows tasked with record keeping. I can imagine. Many side quests. Okay, but you know, you were all the Turbo's task quest is all like, hey, gee, Delish may know where to find it. Who am I meant to ask if no one will talk to me?
Oh, is that a trillium? I love trilliums. Beautiful
Please
flowers.
talk to
They
me.
smell a bit like garbage, though.
Someone? No? I'll just keep going then? Never went out this way. What's out here?
Is this safe? I thought the Dalish kill outsiders.
And nobody's saying anything to that. Oh, okay then.
So, Lady Sunshine, what's your first act as a noblewoman going to be?
A noblewoman with no fortune and no title. Looking for work, probably.
Practicality is for peasants, milady. You need to do something frivolous to celebrate your birthright.
Such as...
Let's get
Come
cake.
up to the Hightown Market and complain bitterly that there's no Orlesian silk that matches your eyes.
But what if something does match my eye? What will I do then?
Insist that they're blatantly copying you and demand royalties. A good noble always has a complaint ready, Sunshine.
And I can tell Varric has probably heard all of them. It appears to be raining giant spiders from the sky, yes. Cloud spiders, yeah, sure. Okay. Okay. I did wonder the first time I ran into them, but I hadn't watched them appear. To know for certain. Do you get spider fangs? Any other nope. Okay. And that's blocked off. Anything at all to please? I just wish to explore just big spiders. Yes, but they still came from the sky. Oh, yes, they're literally called giant spiders. Yeah. They're not that giant. Sir Axie, last time I checked, you don't live in Australia, so I don't think that you can say you've seen a bigger spider. Unless dramatic, fearful music plays. Dun, dun, dun. Hello? Anything out here? Just need giant spider silk gland. Suppose even if I just keep attacking giant spiders, eventually one of them has to drop something. Rock slide. I've seen a big spider in a movie and get. I mean, touche. Sure, probably. Yeah. I'm now just thinking of that movie, Eight-Legged Freaks, that I no longer properly remember. But oh, big spiders. Are we? There appears to be a pile of bones on the other side. Or are we just going to go up to the rock side to be like, oh, hello, there's a rock slide. How unfortunate. I suppose at some point, maybe. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, Aragog is a pretty big spider. Happens. F? Why are we F'ing? What? No one died? What? Is this the part where the giant spider leaps out from behind? The stream died? Not F any. Oh. Well. Campbell's adorable hugs must be fatal to stream. But hey, if everything's okay then, because... Okay. The true weapon. Hugs. Both kill him with kindness and kill technology, apparently. Who'd have thunk? Who'd have thunk it? Oh, okay, what's this rebel? I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, codex. I'll maybe read that later. I need to focus on running through here because I'm like, hey, spiders. Specifically spiders that would like just this much like. Oh, is it? Hello again. Yeah, this is... I don't know if this is a Twitch doing Twitch things, because I've like tabbed out to my like stream dashboard, and I have the little stream health like thing in the corner, and it's just, you know, like a little thing going like the whole way, and then as a time frame of, you know, now it just goes like that you screenshot thing. Yeah, the purpley thing. I caught that very briefly whenever I tabbed to thing. Okay, so that's how it is. Just trying to set things up so I can actually see when it does that. Because in all of this, I kind of maybe accidentally made... Oh, what is that? No. I accidentally made OBS the full size instead of window, but whenever I do that, it like doesn't... The little X null in the top right corner disappears, so it's like can't do nothing till I close that again at some point. It's okay, I can read chat from the dashboard. It just bothers me because it's over there. Maybe just put you there. Don't mind me rearranging my dashboard. There we go. As my chat scrolls 5 years into the past, I can see it hasn't fucked up again. Yay! Yeah, based on the stream health thing, it's looking healthier. Don't jinx it. I'm kind of glad that all I'm doing is running around trying to find some random ingredients for stuff and things. I would not like to be looking for... Ha! Yes, pile of bones here. For some money, that was it. In a minute. Hey, let's not jinx it. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I'd kind of suspect. I would not be surprised. It feels like it might just be one of those times on Twitch. Oh, what's the red traps? The red glowy is traps.
That should do it. Done.
I mean, that trap was definitely of a floating variety, but okay. Hey, look, a revenant! How wondrous. Hey, everybody, just stay alive. we seem to be doing. We know how to live. Oh. Don't say it too soon, me. Yes, good thing about not playing competitive games like I would do mostly. Yeah. It's like for both, I'm just doing a chill little side quest right now that's nothing story-wise. And for 2, it's like, yeah, I can just pause. I can wait. I can whatever. The most I have to worry about is if I'm doing like Dead by Daylight. Or, you know, Phasmophobia at most, and that's just a like connection thing versus any actual real losingness. Hello, Revenant. Don't worry. We'll attack you too. Assuming I ever actually make Hawk target correctly.
Nice work.
Woohoo! We did it. Silly shade. Some chests. What do they contain?
I don't think I can do.
Am I back? It looks like I'm back. Am I back? yeah. The stream health thing is saying like unstable, so I think Twitch is having just one of those times when Twitch, you know, totally works as it is inclined to do. And okay. Glances nervously at Twitch. This looks like a place where things will happen, where I will inevitably have a future quest, so I'm just gonna go back